Hi guys, this is Vineet, and in this video we will talk about how you can do offline restore of primary and one of the other file groups. So before we proceed ahead, I would request you guys to please go ahead and subscribe to my channel by hitting on the subscribe button coming below this video. Once you hit on subscribe button, you will get the bell notification icon. Click on that and select all notifications to get notifications regarding all my future videos. Before we proceed ahead, there are certain points to be remembered. So I would request you guys to please watch my video till the end to gain better clarity of the concept. If possible, go through the video twice and perform the exercises in your lab environment with test databases. And we would also like to know your thoughts regarding our videos. So please share your comments, share any stories you may have encountered in the real situations where you have practically used my stuff. Now let's go back to my notes. And before we proceed ahead, I would request you guys to please go through this book as well, if possible for you. So let's review this book. So uh, let me change the heading. I haven't. So the book heading is Beginning Backup and Restore for SQL Server. So I'm just mentioning it as for SQL Server by Bradley Beard. So this is one of the good books you can go through if you have sufficient time to go through it. Normally we don't get much time to go through books, but yeah, in case you have plenty of time of, or if you are a student, you have enough time to go through this book. This book is very useful. Now let me tell you about the key features of this book. The In this book you will be guided through the techniques to backup and restore databases and files in SQL Server, and multiple techniques are there which ensures the integrity and consistency of the database backups, as well as the reliability and manageability of restoring from backups. And this book believes in the tutorial method of teaching. And this book explores many facets behind the principles of backing up and restoring data for your database, and then shows practical application methods for getting the work done quickly and correctly. And it discusses about backup and restore techniques and principles, understand the importance of fully implemented backup plan in the SQL Server agent, and it integrates the backup and restore techniques into an existing environment. And it also talks about the space and time considerations for backup and restore operations. And the audience it is catering is this is for database administrators performing the backup and restore stuff in their day-to-day life. So yeah, if you have enough time, please go through this book. The link is there, and I will post this link in the description as well. You may check this book out. It would be useful for you. Now let's come back to the topic, which is offline restore of primary and one other file group. Let me go back to my notes quickly. So let me go to my business continuity notes, and we were here, and today we will cover the demo on offline restore of primary and one other file group. This is possible only under the full recovery model. So let me go to the database. So the database which we will use here will be Northwind database. And let's see if we have any backup files present for this database. So what I will do, I will go to this PC and go to C drive, program files, SQL Server, your instance, and MS SQL folder. Inside that there is a backup folder. So no database backups are there for Northwind database. So we will start from scratch. Now let's see the situation. What do we have? Let's go into the properties of Northwind database and go to the file group section. So here you will see there are four file groups: primary along with file group A, file group B, and file group C. And file group B has one file associated with it, and also primary file group has one file associated with this. Normally you only see the primary file group. This file group I have added through this add file group option. You may do that so. and to remove any file groups you can do that. So I have created three file groups, A, B, C. And how do we put a file into a particular file group? So when we go to file section, and if we create a new entry by clicking on the add button, which basically adds the file. So what I've done, I've add Northwind 2 file and I've put it on a file group B. That's why that file is now associated with file group B, and specify the size requirements according to you, and I give the actual file name in addition to the logical file name present over here. So if you write anything, any tables to this, a table can be written to a particular file group or a particular file as well via the T-SQL statements. I will soon start posting videos on T-SQLs as well, but yeah, that's gonna take some time. But yeah, here we have created this particular second entry for northwind2.ndf file. So, and once you associate this file here with the particular file group, you will get a count over here how many files are associated to this file group. So this is our situation right now. So let's open up one of my queries. So I've created a couple of scripts here. So which is offline restore file groups. So let's go through these statements one by one. So first of all, what we are doing, we are taking backup of this particular database Northwind in this file northwind.back. So let's execute this statement. All right, now we will see a file is created in this folder which contains the full backup of Northwind back database file. And we are using the full recovery model. We can check through the option section. So you go to the properties option section, then the recovery model we are using is full. Now we are done with that, taking a full database backup of Northwind database. And now let's restore the header only for this file, which shows us how many backups are in there in this file. So far only one full backup type 1 means full backup or database backup, I would say. 2 is for log backup. Now what we will do, we will delete file group B at this point because we cannot corrupt the file group on our own. So for this instance, if your file group, certain file group is damaged, in our case, we are just deleting the file group. So let's go to our properties. Let's delete this file group. So we are considering this as accidental deletion. So file group B contains one file. Let me remove that file group. So now file group is removed. And now let's click OK. Now if we go to Northwind database properties and look towards the file group section, we only have 3 file groups. And what about the files? The file is also not present. Let's see if it's present physically somewhere. Only we want to know whether it has just removed the entry or actual the physical file it has also removed. So let me check with Northwind. So if it's sorted by name, it's already sorted by name. That file is also removed, you see. When you remove that file group, that associated data file also got removed. So file is also not there at this moment. Now let's cancel out of it. So accidentally we have deleted the file group B at this point. So what we will do at this point, we are taking a log backup. Maybe we can truncate the log. This option is not absolutely essential. So what we are doing is we are truncating the log, and by default it truncates the transaction log. So we are truncating the log and taking the tail log backup here. So this is a tail log backup we are taking here inside the same file. Backup type will be 2. And we are putting the database, the Northwind database into recovering state after this. So we are into this, we need to use master. Let's execute. Now the tail log backup is taken, but yeah, if we refresh it here, the database will be in restoring mode. Now let's check what's inside the database backup file. So if we execute the statement, now we see we have 2 backups. First one is the database backup, second one is the transaction log backup, which is basically a tail log backup. Now what we are doing here is we are showing you how you can restore a particular file group. So we will be restoring 2 file groups, file group primary and file group B. So in order to do that, you need to perform the restore database statement. Along with that, you need to specify the database name, and along with that, you need to specify the file group name, what file group you are restoring. So it will restore all the files under that file group as well. So all right, let's restore it. And we are restoring with file equal to 1, which is the full database backup. And we are still want this database to be in the restoring state, so we are using the no recovery option over here. So let's execute this statement. Now primary file group is restored. Now what we will do, we will restore file group B, which has one file associated with it, and we are restoring it with file 1, which is the full database backup. And at this point we are fully recovering the database, so we are using the recovery option. So let's execute this. All right, and now if we take a look at the data section, we see 3 files are now present, and if we refresh the database, and we will see the database is fully recovered. And if we go to properties, we will see the files and file groups are back up. So file group B is there. Under that there is one file. In the file section there is that file which we have created a row for. So that's it. We are done with this video. In this video we have discussed about how you can restore particular file groups, having files under them, uh, using the restore database statements in SQL Server. I hope you like this video. And guys, if you can go through this book description again, I would urge you to go through this book description again. And if you have like good amount of time with you during the day, please start reading through this book. This book is really good, and I've gone through some of the key features of this book. Now, again, I would urge you to please go ahead and subscribe to my channel and hit on the bell notification icon, select all notifications to get notifications regarding all my future videos. I thank you so much for your time on this video today. I hope you like this video, and you have a wonderful day ahead. Thank you.